Welcome. Thank you for coming to get some information on our bond issue that's being voted on February 4th, which is just next week. Just so you're aware, this evening's presentation is being taped and the video will be posted to our webpage hopefully tomorrow. And at the end, if there are any questions from anyone, I'll be happy to address those questions. And hopefully everyone will be more informed about just what the bond issue covers and is about. Also, should anyone have further questions after looking at this on the webpage, they can call at any time, 24/7, our school district at 518-568-7280. It's in the middle of the night. We will get your voicemail in the morning, and I or someone else, probably I, will return your call to try to address your questions. The prior bond issue I think we should first talk about, which took place December 13, 2016. That referendum was approved by the voters of the OESJ School District for a little over $24 million. As a result of being a merged school district, the state of New York provides additional aid, which amounts for us 98% of the cost of the project. And we have access to a capital reserve fund, which picks up the additional 2%. And therefore, the local tax impact, the amount of money that's placed on anyone's school tax bill, is zero. So it's really has no local tax impact and an opportunity for the district to address many of its capital construction needs, because it's a capital construction project and it has nothing to do with our general fund budget, which is voted on annually. So what got done in this existing bond referendum that was approved earlier? Well, we had some additions. Elementary school auditorium, which is in the process of being complete, and we hope to be able to have access to that in the spring. The elementary school cafeteria has been expanded. We will be up there later this evening. Anyone wants to stop in there, they can see that it is a much larger place. The so-called stage, if you will, is no longer there. It's more space for students. The new ag classroom has been added. We also have a new ag teacher, by the way. In that classroom, the students, the opportunities for students in our ag program have increased dramatically. We have also added a new career and technology classroom where we have a technology teacher where students are learning various forms of technology, which really helps them prepare for careers in different areas and even move on to BOCES in their later years in their career technology education program. Also, in addition to the additions, if you will, we've had various safety and security upgrades going on in this existing construction project. We've added surveillance cameras throughout both schools and outside the schools. The main lobby entrances have been secured, and there's a system to allow visitors to come in to make sure that everything is clear with that and it's safe to be in our building while students are here. And in the process of completing the work for a high school generator, which does not exist. There is a generator at the elementary school, so that in cases of blackouts or the lack of electricity, due to whatever the reason may be, we're able to light that school, keep the furnaces going, and the water flowing. Also, there were many alterations and renovations that took place in the new bond the existing bond referendum. Junior, senior high school science classrooms have been completely redone. New tables, new desks, brand new approach for the instructor and working with the students in the various science classes. The elementary library has been completely refurnished with shelving, the layout of that library, much more conducive and helpful and useful for both the librarian, the teachers, and the students. The guidance suite has been moved, relocated, and redone. Again, a much nicer environment and a much more useful space to work with students and parents and staff. The nursing office has been relocated and refurbished as well to deal with the health needs of all of our kids and in some cases our teachers as well. High School Fitness Center is in the process of being completed. There'll be additional fitness equipment in there. It can be used in phys ed classes, certainly for our athletic teams, as well as just general fitness for students. District offices have been relocated to this building. They're actually just down the hall here. They were in the prior elementary school, JHR, but have been moved up here. They were temporarily placed down there. There weren't offices really, there were just large classrooms with some desks in place. Various classrooms throughout the district, particularly at the elementary school, have been updated, redone, refinished, new ceilings, new lighting. Roofing work has been done throughout the district. Not all of it, and I'll talk more about that later, but we have completed and replaced roofs that were in dire need, leaking, in fact, even ruining some equipment in some of the classrooms. The elementary boilers have been replaced. Long term, we can expect a lot less repairs, problems with the heating plant at the elementary school, thankfully. And there's been site work throughout the district, parking lot work, paving. As you get, particularly you get around the high school, you'll see where the paving was done around the front of the high school and the back where construction took place. There'll be more paving up at the elementary school once the auditorium is completed. So what's new and what's the next bond issue about on February 4th? It's February 4th. The hours are between 12 and 8. We'll talk more about that later. But the bond issue for February 4th is $9,416,000. Again, the state merger aid will be at 98%, capital reserve 2%. Again, local tax impact will be $0. There will be no reflection of the cost of this construction on anyone's school tax bill. Now, the new and next bond issue, that is on February 4th. Some people have questions. Why didn't we do it under the existing bond issue? Why another bond issue? It's quite simple. The existing bond issue that construction is currently finishing up with maximized the amount of money we could use and still receive 98% aid. If we went over that amount, that would be on the tax bill. This board and this district did not want to have any impact on anyone's tax bill for the financing of that construction. As the construction has been completed, we've gotten more of an allowance. We now have room to add additional monies to deal with some additional items which weren't on the top priority list, if you will, for the existing bond issue. Therefore, we will be able to use that space, if you will, between the completion of this construction and the additional money we can now get aid on, the merger aid. It is the final project that this district will have under the merger financing for construction. It must be complete, the financing will be completed according to law, state education law, state merger aid timeline. It expires in 2023. That's the end of merger aid in 2023. So again, we could not do this work under the existing bond project, existing construction project, because we maximized the amount of money that could be spent and still receive 98% aid. As that project moved towards completion, we obtained more allowable money to again do some more construction under 98%, and that is why we're proceeding. And how are we proceeding? What do we plan on doing? Well, there's three major categories we would like to address that we do not have the funding for to address under the existing one at a 98% aid level. First is health, safety, and security. It's approximately 24% of the cost of the bond amount. Improved learning environments, and I'm going to review each of these separately. Improved learning environments is approximately 30%. That's where our kids and teachers live every day, work every day. It's where all the teaching and learning takes place. And updating infrastructure, some more infrastructure work that we want to complete that we were not able to do under the existing bond issue because it did not reach the same priority that others did. So what are the health, safety, and security concerns? Well, we need to upgrade all of the pre-existing fire alarms. Some were done under this bond issue, depending on where they were located in the construction that took place, but still many of the fire alarms need to be upgraded. The PA system at the high school needs to be replaced. Classroom and entrance doors will be replaced. The plan is to have swipe cards, thereby increasing the security for all students and staff that are in those classrooms. Should there be people in this building that don't belong in this building and probably would not get in this building, but there's things that happen. So to make the classroom a much more secure place. Also, the entrance doors where the lobbies are will be much more secure in terms of people being able to get into the building to begin with, visitors particularly. They will be checked through a security system we have as well. We'll also upgrade the drinking water system at the elementary school. As you know, the elementary school's on septic and wells. We want to make sure that's done well. We will place roof vents and blowers, which need to be done. Bus lifts in the bus garage, which is certainly a safety item. We lift buses up on those and we don't need any accidents there. And there'll be parking lot lights placed, particularly around the elementary school bus garage lot and other places as needed to light this place up a bit more at night so people can see where they're going and people that are patrolling our facilities can see if anything's going on that should not be going on. Also, improved learning environments. What do we mean by that? All of the exterior windows in the schools will be replaced. There will be thermal paint that will help with energy as well, and that will take place in both elementary and secondary school. There will be enhanced energy efficient lighting. If you go up to the elementary school and see where all of the new classrooms were completed, and look at that new lighting compared to the lighting in other areas, you'll see it's much more energy efficient. It's set right into the ceiling. The plan is to do that throughout both buildings. So there will be an energy savings as well. There will be much better lighting for, again, students, staff, visitors, community. Ceiling tiles will be replaced in most places, unless they've already been replaced under the existing project. Also, interior and exterior finishes will be upgraded. Any peeling of walls or paint, that will all be redone. There is no way we could, as a district, without using several years, repaint and complete all the any walls that have some peeling on them. So this is a chance to do it with the state's money. Replace the gym sound system at the elementary school. It's primarily for an instructional use with the phys ed teachers working with students as well as various programs they have for students and teachers in that gymnasium. Updating the infrastructure. What will be updated in the infrastructure? There is additional roofing that needs to be done. Boilers at the high school have not been touched in this project. We also would like to address the boilers at the high school. The internal water and sewer lines, the lines within the building, which are many years old, need to be replaced before they're busting or rusting or before we're doing it through a budget item, which is going to be costly to the taxpayers. Various site work still, all the repaving has not been completed. We'd like to do more repaving. Parking expansions Bus garage floors need to be redone. And also instructional technology operations will also be upgraded and centralized throughout the buildings. Student instruction as well as use of all of the IT programs by staff and administration. Why a second bond issue? Again, the question comes up, why didn't we do it during this bond issue? I tried to answer that. Why do we have to come back again for a second bond issue? Well, the costs, again, were not allowed with the 98% reimbursement in the first bond issue due to the state maximum cost, what they call maximum cost allowance. Could we have done it? Yes. Where would the money have come from? Your tax bill. Did we want to do that? No. So what we will do is instead, by getting more allowance, proceed by finishing up some of the needs we have for students, staff, and community in the school district in general. State merger aid is 98%, will end on all future construction after this bond referendum. We need to take advantage of state merger aid while it is available to our school district. Again, no tax impact with the merger aid availability. Addresses the building needs during the final merger timeline. And it's the last chance for 98% state reimbursement. Again, some people say, well, that's our money the state has. Well, that's true, we do pay state taxes, but that's not just our money, that's the state's money now. And if we don't make use of it, you know what? Another school district will make use of it because it will not be sent home to us. That you can be guaranteed of. It is available to us. It's our opportunity to make use of it. Also, some of the questions that come up, what if it doesn't happen? Well, if it doesn't happen, roofing systems don't get better, they get worse. There are major roof repairs that still have to be done. They will be done without 98% merger rate. They will be done through the local budget that you vote on every year, which will require budget increases, which translate to tax increases. Other items that would have to be done over the years, some sooner than others, paving. There's various heating and ventilating work. The boilers at the junior senior high school will not get newer as the years go by. There will be more service, more needs, more repairs. Let's do that while it doesn't cost us anything, rather than having to place this in the budget. Let's save the budget that you vote on for student needs and teacher needs for a good education for your students in the school district. And let's prepare the school district and the buildings with an environment and an infrastructure that all of the community can be proud of. So February 4th, bond issue, if approved, we hope to start construction in the spring of 2021, a year from this spring. Hope to be completed by 2023, and the end of merger construction aid, as I indicated earlier, is 2023. So we certainly want to make the community aware of why we're doing it, what the cost would mean if it's not successful, and also the fact that the merger aid will be discontinued after this project, so it's available. We're able to use some more of it again, and our plans are to put it to good use for this community so it doesn't come out of their pocket, but rather out of the state's pocket. I'll give an opportunity for anyone here that would like to ask questions. I'll do my best to answer your question. Also, you should be aware that, again, you can call 24/7 on the phone number I gave earlier, 518-568-7280. Leave your question there. If it's not during the school day particularly, leave it to voicemail. I promise you we will get back to you and do our best to answer. Any questions? Well, that's good news. Any of your friends or relatives or just people you know that have questions or wish they could have seen this and couldn't make it, please direct them to our website, and hopefully by the end of tomorrow, they can hear me again and see all of the slides that we use. So please, be sure to vote on February 4th between 12 and 8, and you vote in the same places you usually vote for your budget as well. The auditorium at the junior high school, and the gymnasium at the elementary school. Absentee ballots are due February 4th at 5 p.m. to the clerks at the clerk's office. Again, I thank everyone for their giving up their time to become aware of our next planned construction project, the reason for it, and what it will do for the OESJ Central School District. Thank you again and appreciate your time.